To see if my uncle was still on the offenders list or was accepted back into the family so easily. Hey, it's Nan Uplifting Others. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, hey Uplifters. You guys, so I'm very transparent about when it comes down to my childhood trauma. So of course I'm going to be transparent about my healing and stuff like that, because why not? I don't know, for some reason I wanted to just see if my uncle, which is, if you guys do not know, I am a survivor of, for the new people, I'm a survivor of incest, sexual assault, or abuse, however you want to say it. My favorite uncle R'd me when I was a child. I really do not remember my age. So like 7 years old when it happened. So I decided to see if my uncle was still on the registry or a sex offenders list or whatever the case is. And like, I kind of figured that he was, but I really wanted to know, and I wanted to know all the charges and all that stuff, because like I wanted to know, like I want to eventually get like all of the documents. I want to see everything, eventually. At first, I thought I was going to have to testify during the trial, but thankfully I didn't. He pled guilty to everything, I'm assuming. I think he did, and that's why I didn't have to testify. And he got 20 years. I always say this, if you ask me, he should have spent the rest of his life in prison, because he tried to ruin my life. But God is good all the time. So, like I said, I wanted to get on and I wanted to actually see all his charges. It was like 2nd degree, 3rd degree sexual assault, and 2nd degree child endangerment, I think. It was a few other things, like maybe altogether, maybe 5 charges, if I'm not mistaken. I really don't remember. I was just like going through it really fast. I wanted to see like details, but when that time comes, when I get it, I'll maybe share, maybe I won't. I don't know. I just wanted to share like my thoughts and my views, and I want to share this with you all. So I checked the sex offenders list, and he's still on it. Thankfully, he is active status, and he is it says level tier 3, and I'm going to read everything, but it says his offense, or like offenses are 2nd degree rape. So when you're at a tier 3, I'll just read what I have. It says people who have been found guilty of assault with intention to rape, sale of a minor, kidnapping, incest, or rape of any kind may be classified as a tier 3. Tier 3 sex offenders cannot be around children at all. No sex offender can, but it says especially tier 3. Even like before he came home, or before I started healing, or before I forgave him, I knew he wasn't supposed to be around kids. It angers me to the max. When I mean to the max, that I'm not even trying to like air out my family's business, but it's my business because it happened to me. And I say this, and it's not me coming from a bitter place or a broken place. It's not, none of that. It's me coming from a logical, want to protect kids place, because I know the feeling of being hurt and feeling alone and not getting the help that I needed as a child. My family does not take it into account that he should not be around kids. For some reason, they want to push or sweep what happened under the rug. Even though he went to jail for what he did for 20 years. They think that the 20 years that he served, feel like that was enough. And he was accepted back into the family so easily. And I talk about this, and I say it with passion. I am not bitter by a long shot. I am not hurt by a long shot. It makes me mad that people are not for the kids. as I'm healing, I have to call things out and say what it really is. It is what it is, and it's the fact that people don't take things seriously until it happens to them or theirs. I'm getting hot. Take it serious because I've been through it. Like, maybe kids don't know. I don't know what kids know because nobody talks about it. But as an adult, we all have an obligation to protect our kids at any cost. I don't have any kids, but I want to protect kids because I know how it felt. And for me to personally see around kids or have seen him, it makes me mad. You can't forget about something like that, even if it wasn't your child, even if it wasn't you. I did a video a long time ago, can sex offenders be rehabilitated? And I will say this over and over and over and over again, no. They find ways to hurt again. Maybe they will never hurt again, but it's the fact that they still have those thoughts. It's the fact that you don't know if they're going to look at your child a certain way. You don't know what anybody is capable of doing, but if you know that that person has done the unthinkable, maybe, just maybe, you should be protecting your kids and every other kid from that predator. Just seeing that, and that he was on the highest level of offense, pretty much, it made me mad, knowing what I know. And people need to be held accountable. Like, no, I'm not gonna go to somebody like, oh my gosh, you should not have him around your kids. I'm not doing all of that, because I feel like as an adult, you know, but you choose to not take heed and not to take it serious. Anyone that has gone through any trauma, like, it takes a lot to heal. It takes a lot to begin to get on the other side of things. But what I mean is worth it. And you'll see things from a different perspective, and you'll see things clear when you just take a step back and to put yourself first. Even if I know some people, you can't help but to be around your abuser because of the situation. If you're a minor, if no one knows and you don't know how to tell, I understand that. But when you start to put yourself first, it makes it makes a difference. And in my case, I am a survivor of incest sexual abuse. I don't know anyone else's story. I just know mine. And the likelihood of my predator hurting someone else, it is up high. It's high. Even if it was in the past, I'm not the only one. That's me speaking on facts. If you don't feel comfortable telling your story, if you don't feel comfortable talking about your story, that's fine. That is okay. It's your prerogative. Don't be the reason why someone else's child or someone else, period, can potentially be hurt. I don't know. I just had to get that off my chest. As a survivor of incest sexual assault, it has not been easy at all. It took me a long time to just separate myself, to isolate myself, and to start healing. Even though in the beginning it hurt to see the things that I've seen or hear the things that I've heard, it hurt at the time. But at this very moment, I'm stronger and better than ever. Don't allow someone's title in your life, like mother, father, sister, brother, aunt, uncle, cousin, whoever. Don't allow them to dictate your healing. Don't allow them to make you second guess yourself, to not put yourself first. You are worth being happy. You are worth healing. Just remember that. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.